All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Max and Howard Drink Beer. I am Max.
And I am Howard.
Hello, Howard. I am Max.
Hi, Max. I'm Howard.
Nice to meet you.
Do we want to keep doing that, or are we kind of done over it?
Have we beaten the dead horse?
Not yet, but I think...
I am Max, Howard.
Hi, Max. I'm Howard.
All right.
Okay, I think it's beaten now.
All right, that's enough. So, we are drinking today one of our classics, one of our, I'd say, fairly favorites. You know it. You loved it. We cleaned Bobby Rockets out of it.
Oh, man. That was a good night.
And Brittany still can't pronounce the name of the beer.
Wow.
Hacker Pschorr.
Yeah. So, now, the one thing... now, a little fun fact we talk about our German guys pretty often. Our German guys consider this to be Miller Lite of Germany. So, we're drinking Miller Lite today, which is nice. Which is exciting. Another thing is, Hacker Pschorr is the name of the brand. You know, so there's multiple different Hacker Pschorrs. There's a lager that you probably would really like. Pilsner.
Yeah.
I think it was a Pilsner. And they have an Oktoberfest.
Yep.
That's
they do.
pretty good. You know, so I believe we've had that before. Today we're having the Weiss beer. It's a traditional Weiss beer. This is a Hefeweizen. You know, so it's got that little bit of hint of clove, and it's a lot lighter. It's a lot sweeter. This is really good with a lemon, they say. We don't have the lemons today, but my gosh, do we have a Hacker Pschorr today.
Hacker Pschorr. So, you know me, Howard. I can't even right now with the Hacker Pschorr.
That's not funny. It's kind of funny.
It's really funny. I'm laughing.
All right.
You can see the grin on my face.
Ha ha.
Ha ha ha. So we had a bartender who had never heard of this beer before at the good old gun club. She was known for freaking the fuck out.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Worked her ass off, though. But when things were going bad, she would freak out. And then one day she called me up and said, Max, I can't come into work today. So, okay, why not, Brittany? She goes, I can't even.
Can't even.
And I sat there and I fought everything I had to say, but can you odd?
Oh, that's pretty good. You should have.
And okay. Let's go. Well, you figure out you're even, and we'll talk on Saturday. You know, because I think it was a Thursday night, and I'm like, whatever. I can go hang out with all those guys. And I'm pretty sure I didn't. I think I sent you.
Probably.
You
and
know.
I made 35%.
You know,
whole night,
so that's that big thing. But always get a kick out of that. You know, definitely was a good night at Bobby Rockets there, as they were shutting down.
That was like how... Oh, that's right. It was a Thursday. You had a show to play. And I came after the show because it was on my way home.
No, I think you're confused on shows. Bobby Rockets I made T-shirts for, and we were making T-shirts all the way up until the last minute.
Huh. Oh, maybe that was it.
And this was a Halloween show, but it was like their last day. Their last day they were opening, you know, and they were trying to get rid of as much as they could. And they're like, oh, well, we have Miller Lite and Coors Light and High Life. And we're like,
no.
What's that there?
Next, yeah. Yeah, what's that there?
You know, and I think they had a couple of Heinekens, and we cleaned those up quick.
I think you guys cleaned those out right away.
You know, and then there were the Hacker Pschorrs, and there was something else. Was it Beck's or something like that?
Corona.
No, Corona was the last one.
Corona.
There were 4 beers we rocked through, and we were trying to finish off the Coronas, and the lady was just like, man, you guys are drinking a lot of beer.
Yeah, we are.
It's like, well, you said we had to get rid of it. She's like, oh, I meant we as the business.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll drink it.
As the customers. We're helping you out.
Right.
It was a good time. We even drank it without a lemon.
Yeah.
We're
but
psychopaths.
We're
sociopaths.
Yeah, we bite string cheese.
You bet your ass we do.
We don't peel it.
That's
Take
right.
that, Emily.
That's right.
That's how cheese was meant to be eaten,
That's
with your
right.
teeth.
That's right. Oh. Hell yeah. I'm passionate about that.
You know, that reminds me, I really need to go get some cheese sticks and send some Snapchats to Emily of me.
Quick Trip smoked mozzarella cheese.
That sounds good.
Is amazing. I get it every time I'm there. 2 for $1. You can't beat it with a silver stick.
I mean, I gotta ask the question. I mean, if it's like a deep fried cheese stick, does she still peel it?
Yeah, you have to. You have to peel all the breading off.
Oh
first.
man, yeah. We can't all eat like you, Howard. Where how Howard? You know, what'd you eat? Well, I peeled this breading off and then I analyzed each piece. You know, put it in my mouth, swished it around, spit it back out. You know, smelled it to make sure it was still okay. Ate it again.
It's like you go out to eat with me all the time.
As you sit there and pick at your food, and the bartender usually looks at you like,
I do that.
What the fuck?
You know, I miss the, I can't believe that I'm saying this, but I miss the AJ's chimichanga days. Those were good times. I miss those chimichangas. I used to go up on Tuesdays just to, you guys still serving chimichangas? No. Okay, going home. Bye. Nope, we ran out. Okay,
that's pretty good.
And the chicken ones, they'd be a little undercooked in the middle, still a little bit frozen, you know?
Right, but never fresh.
Right. And then the beef ones, you know, they were...
meaty?
Yeah, but like drippy.
Ooh, drippy meaty.
Drippy meaty, yeah.
Drippy meaty.
Yeah. And so you really never won, but I always won, because they were good.
Were they
Get
good?
A little sour cream. You mix the sour cream and the salsa a little bit, so then you have like a sour salsa cream. Oh, yeah. Good times.
Howard Wickus, acquaintancer.
Mm-hmm. Acquaintancer.
So
that's right.
So that was that. You know, I never really drank these at the gun club. Never had to.
No, Enrique liked those. Those were...
Speaking of Enrique,
here we go.
I got a phone call from Enrique the other day.
You did?
Yeah.
Called
me up, see how I was doing. How's life going? How's Howard doing? How's the wife doing? How's the old man doing?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, everybody keeps talking, and like, you're gonna see you one of these days over there. And I go,
probably not.
No. So he's telling me all the fun stuff of, well, you know, you could come over to Lakeview, and
there you go. That's not a bad idea.
They were talking about that. She was talking about setting up a party to celebrate their boost in business from the day I left.
Hey, here I am.
And I'm like, well, if you're throwing a party in my honor,
I
might have to show up.
I broke it.
You broke it. All right.
All right. And you turned it off, didn't you?
No, I turned it up.
Okay.
To 11.
To 11.
Yeah, did you see that? Did you feel that?
No.
You didn't feel that?
No,
you should probably get your ears checked.
I did. And guess what? Still deaf.
Still deaf.
Yeah. Hey, song of the day, and that's going to be Tuesday.
Okay.
Cool. What day is this? October.
Yeah. Full circle.
Dude, I was listening to, and I don't know what it is about Metallica. I like Metallica, but I really like their cover stuff more than anything. Because, man, some of the songs that they do, it just rips. Like Sabra Cadabra.
Yeah.
It's just a good ass song.
I heard today on the radio. I'm pretty sure it was The Last in Line by Dio.
Oh.
But it was Tenacious D.
Oh.
Like, I'm listening to it, and I'm like, you know, I hear the start of it, and I'm like, that's not the right voice. And I stopped what I was doing to listen, like, is that Jack Black? That sounds like Jack Black.
I've had those days, too. Because when David Lee Roth did his solo stuff, he did California Girls.
Yeah.
And it almost sounds just like the Beach Boys. If you're not really paying close attention, you don't really realize it's David Lee Roth until he goes, I dig those girls.
And you know I'm not paying attention because can't afford it.
Right, exactly.
You know?
I'm the same way.
So all of that fun.
I wish they all could be California girls.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, that was rough.
No,
In
that
case
was-
you were wondering, David Lee Roth does not work here.
Anymore. We
Anymore,
fired him.
right.
Yeah. He was doing all the posting. Dude, his art is really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got
Because
really good art. He's a good cartoonist, so to speak. You're not going to see it in, like, Ronnie Wood's, art gallery, but maybe George Bush's.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I never looked into that, so I wouldn't know.
it's fun. So I heard you had a story today?
I do. I had a great story. We were talking about something at work. Don't remember what.
I love those days.
But we're sitting there. Boozy walks up on us and starts telling us about how his teeth hurt or something.
Ooh.
And it's like, I told him, I go, well, I got a hammer and chisel over here.
That's how Tom Hanks did it.
And he's just like, well, it's very funny. I'm like, I can get it.
Very funny.
I can get it. And I walked away from whatever he was talking about, and I grabbed the hammer and chisel. I'm like, see? Look, it's right here. You want to come see him?
That's very funny.
No? Maybe some other time then. And I really love doing Uncle Buck quotes because nobody gets them.
Right.
So when you really drop that Uncle Buck quote, what? Oh, it's right here. I've been known to circumcise a gnat.
The hammer and chisel.
So it's just like, you know what a hatchet is, right, Bug? Wait a minute. Bug? Gnat? Is there some sort of resemblance there? Oh, I think there is. Let me get it for you.
I might have to see if I can look that old movie up. See if that's on somewhere.
Oh, I love that movie.
Because, dude, I don't know. I can't sit down. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. Like, I finally sat down to watch all the Austin Powers movies back to back to back. That was the last movie I think I've seen all the way through. It's just, who's got the time?
You do, apparently.
No, I don't.
Yeah, because
I got lots going on.
You're working 55 hours.
Well, yeah. That'll be exciting.
You're going to be rocking Sammy Hagar all week, right, for it?
No.
That you can't
Sure
drive 55.
Sure are not.
But, so Carl was telling me this story about something he heard on the radio one day.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, I don't remember how we got to it, but I was laughing hysterically. So, on this radio show, this lady called in and they were doing like love life, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
And he's telling all these people, like, yeah, I went on this really great date with this guy and, did all this stuff together and that's it. He won't answer my phone calls, doesn't return anything, doesn't respond to my texts. I don't know what happened. You're like, oh, well, we'll reach out. Here we are. You got his number? Here, we'll call him.
Whoa!
So the radio station calls this guy up. And, he's like, he answers the number and it's just like, oh, yeah, hey, this is so-and-so from this radio station. We're here with, this wonderful lady here telling us about how you've just been snubbing her, not talking to her or anything off of this wonderful date. He goes, oh, okay. Wait, this is on the radio?
Nice.
I go, yes. He goes, oh, then this is perfect. So he goes and tells everybody the story because they want to know, why. He goes,
this is perfect. Not scary.
So he goes, back when we were kids, your son used to pick on me, bully me, beat me up, stole my shoes, everything. So I figured, what's the greatest thing ever? I'm going to take his mom out on a date, treat her real nice, take her home, bend her over the table, fuck her, and everything.
That's amazing.
And then take a couple pictures and send them to him as, hey, you picked on me your whole life. I fucked your mom.
That's awesome. That's the best thing I ever heard.
So he goes, well, I was just going to tell him, but since you brought it up, so she got all pissed off, just like, oh, fuck you, fuck this, you're a fucking asshole. And he goes,
Sherry,
and he's just like, oh, you can't unsuck my dick. Make sure you tell him. Better yet, can you guys... And I guess the radio host was just dying laughing.
That's so awesome.
Like, oh, man, you left this for... This is what happened? Like, this is the ultimate revenge.
Yeah.
And all pissed off and everything, and I'm just like... Man, I was dying laughing.
That is the best thing I ever heard.
Like I said, I don't remember how we segued into it, how we got to that point in work, but we were talking about something, radio something or another. And, we were talking because Bob and Brian today were talking about, it was like National Radio Day or something.
Oh, yeah.
So they were talking about stuff, and, they went and... talked shit about the FCC president.
You have to.
And everything about all this, what did you screw up to get that job?
Yep.
Because that's what it is, How do you get in radio? At some point you're trying to be a newscaster, and we were talking about all of it because they were just like, hey, it's National Radio Day. Let's talk about all the things on the radio that we could probably get in some trouble for.
Yeah.
And it's just all that fun stuff. And then they were talking about, how, you have good people and you just fire good people because of bad people.
Yep.
For no reason.
Yep.
Because, they're causing a problem. Well, let's get rid of this guy because he's causing the problem. Even though we're not solving making a solution here, we're just going to get rid of the guy who's complaining.
That's funny because that's in more places than just radio, so it's relatable. Absolutely.
So they were talking about that and radio stuff and stuff that shouldn't be on the radio, and I think that's how we got to that. But it was just like, that was a good story, man.
Yeah, that is really funny.
So every
That's
aspect.
almost like a Sam Kinison thing to do. Did you ever see that when he's like, he called someone he called some woman live on one of his comedy specials, and he got somebody's phone and called the ex-girlfriend. It's just
no.
Fuck you! Dude, all Sam Kinison.
Oh,
dude, that's a classic one.
No, I haven't.
I used to do the Pandora stuff, and you'd find all the comedians that you'd like, and it was just on a loop. And they're pretty much the same programs over and over and over and over and over again.
Well, you know other things that are going on in the world. Speaking of comedians love,
yeah,
right? Later this week, right? Bill and Ted 3 comes out.
Later this week?
Yep.
In theaters?
I don't think there are many theaters that are doing it, but I think there are some drive-ins that you can go to.
Dude, we should see if we can find that. Is that you?
I don't know. Didn't sound like me.
It didn't sound like me either. Dude, that'd be a rip-roaring good time.
But speaking of comedians that you love, Bill and Ted 3.
Yeah.
Coming out.
Oh, dude. And it couldn't have came at a better time than right now.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted Save the World.
Again.
Right now, in 2020. They're going to unite the world, Sam. They're going to unite the world right now.
Right now.
They're going to cure coronavirus. Like that. Yeah. Bill and Ted.
All right, Bill and Ted. Whoa. Excellent.
Yep, yeah. You know what my favorite part is? Death is coming back.
Yes,
Death
he is.
will be back, which is great. I can't wait to see them try to do Rufus. See what the Rufus will be.
Well, if I'm not
Charlie Sheen's mom, that's pretty funny.
If I'm not mistaken, right? George Carlin's daughter.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
That's
what I thought too.
I don't think the same level of role, but I mean, what do you want?
Right. Exactly.
You got
hey.
You got Alex Winter out from behind the camera back into a movie.
Yeah, how about that?
Since what, Lost Boys?
And dude, he looks old as fuck.
He is old as fuck.
He looks old. And then Keanu is Keanu. And Keanu. That was my impression of Frank Caliendo. Keanu. Yes, thank you.
It was close.
Thank
it was
you.
close.
Yes.
As things that happened in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. Yes, dude, I am so pumped. I can't believe it's this week. I think they like pushed it back, but originally, if you added the date of the movie up, you know what it added up to be? 69, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
and that's so brilliant.
Because
too.
every joke that they have just had to keep going.
It's almost like they planned it to be exactly that way. How can we do it so it adds up to be 69 dudes?
And you know what the worst part? It was probably like the first planned meeting where they actually sat down to talk script. Before anything else, you know, it was probably Keanu and Alex getting back into their rhythm and just like, whoa, you know what would be really cool? Man, if the movie came out on a date totaling 69!
There's so many cool things they did too. Like there was a San Dimas high school graduation that was online, and Bill and Ted were both like the honorary guest speakers, and they both did their Bill and Ted things on the fucking literally San Dimas High School or whatever it was.
Yeah,
it was the funniest thing ever. It was almost like awkward.
Yeah,
because it was so like off. It was just so strange, but it was endearing and it was funny. And man, that first trailer, Sam, I'm telling you, it was almost depressing.
Yeah,
because it was Bill and Ted, and they didn't accomplish what they were set out to do. And it almost brings like a tear to your eye.
Right, because they face the music.
And they face the music. And they're going to save the world, Max, and they're going to cure coronavirus.
Right. Best 3 out of 5.
And it's going to be awesome.
I think death is going to be the one that's going to save the world.
They're all going to save the world. They're going to unite us all. This is what we needed in 2020.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Bill and Ted, ladies and gentlemen.
It's true. So, you want to talk about this beer since you're so excited?
Listen.
I'm excited.
Listen. I'm excited. This is one of the greatest beers of all time, especially if you put a lemon in there.
The most greatest?
Just because it is what it is. Even though the Germans thumb their noses at us because it's the Miller Lite of German beer.
Yeah.
But some people like Miller Lite, Max.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people.
And some people like Hacker Pschorr, and I'm one of those people that like Hacker Pschorr. This isn't as good as it would be on draft.
Yes.
4.25.
I absolutely agree. 4.25.
I think I gave Hacker Pschorr on draft a 4.5 or 4.75, and it had a lemon.
And it had a lemon. That lemon is at least a 0.25
That's
on its own, man.
It gives those types of beers an extra 0.25.
Yeah, it's important. It needs it.
It's important. It needs it.
And my dad will slap your hand for it.
Don't fruit the beer. That was an original man law.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Burt Reynolds was there.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't there.
I gotta find, and now I gotta YouTube that commercial because I'm curious. So that was a pretty good commercial, and I always stood by that as an 8-year-old kid.
Right.
Don't fruit the beer, and now here we are, and I don't drink beer if it's not fruited. I'm just kidding. I drink a lot of beer that's not fruited.
Right, and then you drink a lot of fruity beers.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
So, on that note, Howard, my beer is getting low, which means it's about that time.
That's true.
We want to thank everybody for listening to us, tolerating us. We're going to make a special shout-out to Sam for making a laundry appearance during this episode.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed that.
She was kind of like, it's just a little bit like Harpo Marx this time around, Not much to say.
This really is. This isn't Max and Howard drink beer.
What is it?
It's a Tide commercial.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Wow. What a way to end a show.
Well played. On that note, I am still Max.
And I am still a Tide commercial. Cheers.